Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Tuesday, the 12th of March, 2019, about 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a pretty crazy day already. We've been looking at the wheat market, which has gone crazy, up 17 cents. Now, crazy doesn't mean it's wrong. Just that's a rather large move out of left field. I didn't see any new news to do it, but it is a market that had been depressed, and now you're getting a bounce. It's carrying with it a bit in the corn and the beans. They'll move with it. Bonds and notes still rallying this morning. Market not liking basically what it's seeing, obviously, and we're watching how investors are moving back into those instruments, even at these rates. A lot of people think that you're not going up in rates very much. On the energy sector, gasoline continues to be strong. You're still stronger in the Brent and WTI. You know that in Venezuela, the U.S. is pulling its last diplomats out. The country's entering, I think today's its 6th day of power outages. These aren't just power. Refrigerators aren't working, water's not running. In Jose, their main export port, they're not able to get oil going out of that. So there's plenty of dilemma. You know, are we looking at the collapse of the country there? In the metal market, a nice rally. Now, for those of you that pay attention to slow stochastics, watch the silver and the gold today. They could lose their bearish slow stochastics. Dollar index remains under selling pressure as you're getting a bounce in the euro and the Swissy. There's a vote coming up momentarily in the UK as to whether or not what Miss May and Attorney General Cox of the UK got from the EU in terms of clarification. Not a new deal, just some clarification on the Irish border. Is it enough to pass? If not, you may get another vote tomorrow and then the day after, but you could be looking at the potential here as to the end of Miss May's leadership there. So lots of concerns. In looking at the market, the U.S. Consumer Price Index up 0.2. We were looking for that. The core, ex-food and energy, that was up 0.1. They expected it up 0.2, and not quite as much inflation there. CPI prices and energy up 0.3, prior down 0.3, but we know we've seen a big increase in energy recently. Food prices up 0.4, prior up 0.2. That's a bit of a kick given that we've been watching grain prices slip. And this is not a good number. Average real earnings down 0.1, prior month was up 0.1. Red Book sales down 0.3 in the first week of March. 4.4% increase for the first week of March 2019 versus March 2018. The U.S. Small Business Index, that climbed, and that's your small companies and how they feel about the economy. 101.7 in their business, 101.2, so that's a bit of an increase. China's customs union, I thought this was coming. Vietnam's had its own cases of the African swine flu. They're now barring imports from that. Could be why our pork's getting a bid. They're going to need pork somewhere. It's a staple of what they eat. Ag-rural analysts have said they've pegged their latest Brazilian soybean forecast at 112.9 million metric tons. That's up 400,000 metric tons over their previous outlook. Brazil's will, in looking at that, remember, that's a big competitor for the U.S. Saudi Arabia has said that they could continue the production cuts for beyond the June period coming up. Of course, you know, that's just the wording, who knows. Domestic inventory, investors purchased a roughly, and that's what I'm saying about interest rates, 55% of the new government notes and bonds sold at auction in January. That's up 4 percentage points, almost 10% if you think about it, from where it was a year ago. UK economic data, considering all that's going on there, this is not bad data. The 3-month GDP up 0.2% on the previous 3 months, up 1.3% on the year, up 0.8 on the months, and manufacturing down 1.1% on the year. And industrial production picked up 0.6 of a month, still down 0.9 on the year. But imagine being there and all that you're going through with that. It's a pretty rough situation for everybody. I want to remind you that I'm having my live webinar. And that webinar, it will be on this Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Love to see you all there. It lasts about 30 to 45 minutes. The time length depends on the questions you bring in. If you don't bring in a lot of questions, we don't last that long. Bring them in and away you go. It's a free webinar. There will be a recording of it, but the recording you have to pay for if you want to see it. Attending the webinar, totally free. Call us if you didn't get the invite. And just before I came on the air now, I sent out the invite. So if you don't see it in your inbox, your clutter, your junk, means you're not on the list. We do call our list. Then give a call and we'll send you out the invite. You do need a password to come in as well. That'll be sent to you right after you sign up for this, and we are filling. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a good day. I'll see you this afternoon in the end of the day videos. Take care now.